You guys are gonna love my honey barbecue wings recipe. They are so easy to make and only require a handful of ingredients. I'm Justin from Cooking with Coit. I specialize in clean comfort cooking. And remember, if you love this recipe, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. Let's get started. Let's first go over all the ingredients you need to make this recipe. Chicken wings, flour, honey, your favorite barbecue sauce, mine is Sweet Baby Ray's, paprika, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. And the only special piece of cooking equipment you're gonna need is a sheet pan. And make sure your oven is preheated at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. The first thing we need to do is to cut up our chicken wings, and there's a very specific way to do that. So what we're gonna be doing is cutting the wing part off of the drumette, and to do that, you've gotta find where the joint is, where they connect. So what I like to do is, I like to just move it around a little bit, and what you're gonna see, and this is a little creepy, is kind of like your knee, right? So your knee has that joint. So what you wanna think about is feeling around and feeling right where that sort of joint is, where it's rotating on. And once you feel that, then just grab out a knife and just cut right on that spot. And it should be pretty easy to cut all the way through just like that. Now we're gonna cut up the rest of our chicken wings. And as always, I want you guys to know that this recipe, along with all my others, is on my website. You can find the link in the description below. All right guys, so now we're gonna move on to the flour mixture. So grab out your flour. Really any flour will do. You could even use gluten-free if you wanted. We're gonna add 1 cup of flour into a medium mixing bowl. And if anyone out there can teach me how to open up a bag of flour without completely ripping it to shreds and making it look so messy, please let me know. Because for my whole life, I cannot figure that out, and I don't know why. Next, we're gonna move on to our spices. We're gonna add a teaspoon of garlic powder, followed by a teaspoon of paprika. You could use smoked paprika if you want, but since the barbecue sauce that we're gonna add later is gonna have so much flavor, I wouldn't even really worry about it. Plain paprika is totally fine. We are also adding a teaspoon of salt, as well as a teaspoon of pepper. And now all you have to do is give this a quick whisk so it's well combined. All right guys, so one at a time, we're gonna take each chicken wing and drumette, and we are going to toss it into the flour mixture. Give it a little bit of toss in here, and then, this is very important, give it a little bit of a tap to shake off the excess flour. And once it's ready to go, you're gonna add it to your baking sheet that I've already lined with parchment paper. Now these wings are fully prepped for the oven. There's really nothing else you need to do. In the past, when I made air fryer chicken wings, I don't know if you guys saw that video, I sprayed them with olive oil. And really for this recipe, you don't have to do that before you put them in the oven. You can if you want, but these are gonna crisp up really nice just as is, so I would skip. Now we're gonna toss these in the oven and bake them at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for anywhere between 35 and 40 minutes. All right guys, the 40-minute timer has completely finished, so let's see how we're doing. Ooh, all right. Okay, not only are they smelling incredibly good, but they came out perfectly brown and super crispy. Take a look at these. I'm so happy with the results so far. Now, if you guys see a little bit of the flour mixture still left on some of your chicken wings, it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. We're gonna proceed to the next step. All right guys, so grab out a large mixing bowl next, and then you're going to transfer your cooked chicken wings into the bowl. So let's do that here. Now, some people might be wondering, why didn't I use an air fryer to cook these chicken wings, since I've done air fryer chicken wings in the past? And the reason is actually quite simple. So the one thing that annoys me about an air fryer is that the baskets are always kind of small. You don't have a lot of surface area to work with, so making a large batch of anything is actually a little bit of a challenge. I really like air fryers when you're cooking for anywhere between 1 to 2 people, but beyond that, if you wanted to make a big plate of wings, it actually is kind of challenging and time consuming. So doing it on a sheet pan in the oven is actually a little easier. Next, you need to grab out your barbecue sauce. I'm gonna add about 3/4 of a cup. You don't really need to measure precisely here. It's not that big of a deal. That was the squeeze bottle. All right, there's 3/4 of a cup. Now let's just add this right on top of the wings. Next, we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of honey. I've already sprayed this 1/2 cup measuring tool with a little bit of olive oil spray, so hopefully that's gonna allow this honey to come out really easily. We're gonna add that right in on top of the wings. Ooh yeah, it came out really clean. That's such a good trick, I love that trick. And now all you have to do is give everything a nice big toss so it's all well combined. You know what? Let's do it with our hands. So you can just do it like this and just shake them around. That's not working. I really thought that was gonna work great. I feel like that's worked great in the past. I don't know why it's not working now. Let's go back to the tongs. So just give these a nice big toss until everything is nicely covered. All right, these chicken wings are looking so good, but we are not done. Now we're gonna take these wings and we're gonna put them back on our parchment lined baking sheet that we used earlier. And make sure that you increase the heat of your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit and cook anywhere between 6 to 9 minutes. All right guys, so the 6-minute timer is totally done. Let's see how we did. Whoa, my gosh, look at this. The barbecue sauce and the honey is just bubbling so beautifully right on top of these chicken wings. And as we turned up the heat in the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, you're gonna see what that did. It just gave these like a nice roasted look. Some of the tips of the chicken wings got a little burnt, which I actually really like. And they just look so beautiful. So I cannot wait to give these a try. Before I do, if you love this recipe and you wanna see more just like it, check out my healthy recipes playlist. Okay, let's give them a try. These honey barbecue chicken wings are so incredible. They're like little slices of heaven. You guys are gonna love these so much and they're so easy to make. I hope you give them a try. I'll see you in the next video.